This is swimming's version of the Ashes. We're going to call it the Max Giuliani Cup. Just to put it into perspective, Max Giuliani is a 200 freestyler. He's the second fastest Australian of all time, behind only the great Ian Thorpe. Yeah. He has been known in some of these sorts of lactic acid training sessions to push himself so hard that he throws up all over the place.
Get some hurt in you!
What is it about this sort of racing that drives an elite athlete like yourself or Max to fall to his knees and heave his guts up?
You want to push yourself to the limit, and that's what it is. You are pushing yourself as hard as you possibly can. If it comes down to the end of the day throwing up in a cup.
And the contents of that cup, that becomes sort of legendary.
It's going to be a dogfight. And if he's intimidated by a 17-year-old, I guess he's intimidated by a 17-year-old. I know that I can push through that mental barrier, and I've done it many times before. I've trained to the point where I've seen stars and haven't been able to move my body. Like it's what I do, and it's what I can do, and it's what I know I can do, and where I can push myself. Is it where I think I'm going to get the edge on Al? I've learned to be able to keep pushing through that barrier, and it's more of a mental game than I feel like it is physical.
Here we are on the Gold Coast. 13 million visitors a year come here. Gold Coast economy is booming. It's over $8 billion comes in from tourism.
Yep.
And a lot of the growth from that has been on major events. Swimming is obviously a huge sport here on the Gold Coast. The Gold Coast has more Olympic-sized pools per capita than anywhere else in the world. Now, we're talking about how we keep kids in the sport. Do you think swimming events like the one we're holding, something completely new and different out of the ordinary, can that help bring tourism in? Can that help bring a spotlight onto the Gold Coast? Can this be a launching pad to say keeping some of these kids more involved in the sport, giving them something other than just the Olympics to aspire to?
It's new, it's different. This is new and different. It's more exciting. You've got two guys racing against each other. They're not Olympic level athletes, but that doesn't matter. It's just two guys racing against each other. Swimming is a hard sport to promote that, and I think it's great they're trying to think of new ways of doing it.
We've got the side of a hill here where this two-lane 25-metre pool has been built. I don't know what the engineering is around that, but that's quite audacious.
It takes some serious guts to go and put something like a pool that is competition ready on an edge of a cliff.
It's all about water and that affinity and that connection that we have with the water. Probably a good opportunity for us to recognise the Currumbin people. They are people of the Yugambeh language group. We pay our respects to their elders. They were the custodians of the land here that we are now enjoying. You mentioned the views through to the beach. The indigenous populations are so connected to land and so connected to water.
Being surrounded by water is something special, and we are definitely connected in some sort of way, and swimming is one part of that. You are in water.
I'm getting excited now about a race. I think I was a bit nervous. I try to keep my little smart comments to myself.
All right, Blake, your call. Heads or tails?
I like swimming this lane.
Swinging this lane, Al, you get to choose the first stroke.
You start winning, you keep winning. You start losing, you keep losing. That first race was about scouting Blake.
Oh, looks like Blake has got a decent start, but Al with those underwaters.
That first lap was probably a 6, 7 out of 10. And I touched the wall and I could hear that he wasn't near the wall.
And Al straight up on the blocks. Wow, this is interesting. I didn't see this happening.
Get up on the blocks, catch him off guard.
I just wasn't ready. I was like, all right, I got to go.
That's exactly.
Like it wasn't like I was puffed. I was just like, okay, I've got to get up on the blocks and go.
Very quick turnaround. I didn't expect that from Al. And Blake looks like he's taking advantage of this. There's nothing in it at the turn.
In the block, I'm looking at Blake. I can see him and I can see how he's composed and how he's standing and what he's thinking.
He does not want to accumulate too much lactate at this point in the race. Hey, Blake looked like he got a slightly better start there, but he's up and breathing straight away. I think he's struggling, David. I think Al's got his measure in this. He's handing the butterfly to Blake in the hope that he can bring it home in the freestyle.
And I realised, like, okay, I've got to really start thinking of what I do here.
And you got halfway back down the pool.
I started spinning water, my eyes just went frizzy. There's obviously an element to people obviously dying. So I quickly grabbed the lane rope. I would have stunk, I reckon.
And Blake is in the hurt locker, but he's not giving up. This is actually impressive. The Max Giuliani Cup, it might get a workout. Not expect Al to jump straight up on the blocks after the first one. He put a lot of pressure on Blake, certainly worked for him.
And it's the one-on-one that really brings out fight. It feels more real.
Is that because it is so intimate, it is racing. The pool is phenomenal. You're not going to find that anywhere in the world. It's an amazing team from start to finish, just a great afternoon.
The second cage race, you know, you would have thought it would have taken 10 cage races to get Olympians to be in the pool, but not the second one. First cage race, my idea was I wanted to get on the block straight away. Things did not go my way that first 50. And then Al got on the block straight away, took advantage and just swam over the top of me. Sucks he's not here tonight because it would be good to go up against him again. But I guess the big names might have scared him away.
Al probably didn't hurt quite as, we didn't push him to the limit where he can go. If we had a couple of races, maybe we'll find that we can push him a little bit further, get him closer to that edge. Maddie was the first to sign on, Maddie Howe. She's 19 years old. She's probably somewhere in the top 20 of the state, so she's a very, very good swimmer. One of the great things about swimming is there's always been men and women equal on the ledger of any sporting contest. So from that perspective, we've always held both genders to be equal, even though maybe not as fast as each other, but certainly equal in terms of their value and their quality. It is true that women do tend to tolerate lactate a little bit better, but whether that's going to be enough to bridge the gap between the physical differences, I don't think it quite will. Men just have broader shoulders, longer limbs, more muscle tone.
I used to be so self-conscious of like how big my shoulders are, and now I look at them in the mirror and go like, that's hard work. Alona Mar at the Paris Olympics, she's completely like transformed the social like spectrum of how women are spoken about in sport. When you're 14, 15, you're trying to be as strong as possible, but then I had people telling me that I look like a man. I'm just like so glad that I never looked into that shoulder reduction surgery at age 16.
We just need doors opened, inclusive of females. And I think that's what we need to be, just be inclusive. And it's not like, just use your manners. Just be inclusive, just be kind, just be a good person.
I think women's swimming in Australia is through the glass ceiling.
No handicaps. We don't need them.
Yes, of course a woman can win they can win anything.
If anyone's going to actually stick it to these boys, it's someone like Mia O'Leary. Taking out the lane ropes was one thing. There's a whole heap of other technical aspects of the sport. So for instance, when you dive in, you're allowed 15 metres underwater. That's it. Then you got to surface. No. If they want to swim the whole way underwater, they can. Now, David Morgan, two-time Olympian, he missed out on the Paris Olympics. Most people thought he'll probably hang him up after that. But no, he's still going for LA. He's got his mum on the stopwatches. Now, David's known for his underwater dolphin kicking. Very, very good at it. One of the best in the world at that particular skill.
My underwater has always been my weapon. If it's a pure racing, who wants to win the fastest point of view, time-wise, Jamie Jack and Will Yang and Grayson Bell all have faster 50 freestyles than me.
I already know that David's going to go all full 50 metres underwater kick.
But I have the fastest underwater. So my best 50 freestyle time, 22.6. My best 50 metres underwater is a 21.4. If I was allowed to go 50 metres underwater, then I would beat them.
Is he going to do that?
I'm probably going to try to.
You definitely are.
That's an interesting test,
He reckons
isn't it?
it's faster than my 53. You reckon he can beat me underwater if I go freestyle? How funny is that?
Can you do a full lap underwater?
Yeah.
Yeah, so what would you do time-wise?
I got no idea.
And I know the rules written for him.
It's my rule. They can think what they want.
I know it.
That would be interesting. Is this
I'm like off the blocks underwater, I mean, surely something like 25, but like, I'm really not
so
like...
what are you going to do? You're going to pop up at halfway?
No, I'm not. I'm going to do what I normally do.
Jamie's quick, but is he quick over a certain amount of time? Like over multiple efforts?
Well, the last time I raced Dave, he obliterated me. Well, I just see him underwater as shooting ahead of me. That's my last memory of racing him.
A little bit interesting with Will Yang, like I'm a 200 butterflyer, so I'm gonna have naturally more endurance. He is younger than me. Again, I've raced him a few times in butterfly and usually I win.
So we're running a no disqualification model. That means any breaches of the rules will just simply incur a 2-second penalty.
If I get up after that first 50, run as hard as I can back, get on the blocks, dive in, false start. False start's only a 2-second penalty. That's an easy win for me, and I could probably do that again and again and again and again, and then that's 4 wins in a row.
And then we'll have to collate that information, add that 2-second penalty onto their official time.
They might get a bit annoyed, but it means they're gonna have to keep up, run with me, and then go as fast as I do on the way back.